Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 12, 12.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Check 50, check 50.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, here's Mixon. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens, if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mack Wilson. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Here we go, here we go.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Joe Mixon. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rodriguez. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Check 26, check 26. Undercross.
Mayfield now from the 50. Flush to his right. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
No.
They'll run on 1st down. Rodriguez. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Mayfield down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now this is Callaway on the receiving end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
First down, Cleveland. 180. I got him. Check out
A first down throw for Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the run, it's Mixon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action, Garoppolo. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Mac Hollins the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Double dog. That's the way.
On first down, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Here we go.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Check, check. Fresno. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check for it.
Hey, alert 33.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
25, check 25.
And they give this time to the tailback. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, it's Rodriguez. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now Mayfield's throw finds Callaway complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On On second down now. It's Rodriguez, and he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
King.
Here's Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky, but that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Following the interception, Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous. Check. Kill.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Moving back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Seibert's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Browns' drive about to get started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. To throw, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Check 4, check 4. Check 31, check 31.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, Edie!
Check, check. Hey, we got to get to the ball, G. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep
Hey, Hunt!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. A good pickup there at 22.
22 yards. That's good for the Bengals. First down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Edie!
Hey, defense, let's go.
Hey, Hunt!
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Here we go,
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Check 3, check 3.
Well.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check 5.
Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch out. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Out. Hey, alert.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Under 10.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
Let's go.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to him on first down. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They had a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 16-yard line.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the delay, it's Mixon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Check nickel.
13.
On first down, Richard pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At their 48-yard line.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Garoppolo now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On play action. Now Garoppolo. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Go.
throw. It's Garoppolo. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. But now it's third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Check. Flag!
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Matt Weil now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Rodriguez. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. On 2nd down, it's Rodriguez. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Check out, bro. Kill.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run on 1st down. Rodriguez. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
He's checking.
Mayfield down. And that's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. They could get it done. Well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's taken down inside the 30. And that is not a sight they want to see. Joe Mixon very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Here we go. 180. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, 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 twist.
On first down, Garoppolo. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. There's Garoppolo to throw. And this is caught. It's Parker. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last for
a long time.
No doubt.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott good on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Watch the twist. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS. SOS.
They'll keep it on the ground. Rodriguez. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down and 11-yard pickup.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, it's Rodriguez. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
180.
4 down. Shit. Slam. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check 24.
Point it right.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of...
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Check 52. King. Pistol. Check safety. Check. Spot.
Regular.
No. Switch. Tighten up.
Hey, alert 33. Hurry. What's that?
3rd and long for Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Ratley. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. He takes us from the 30 to the 34.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
I'm coming after you.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. Garoppolo to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
It doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Got his man, it's Eifert. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. back to throw. Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chad Thomas bringing the power on the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And he finds Parker here, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Garoppolo, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Cleveland, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.